Hi. Hello, how are you? Hi, Tara. Thank you for joining. So, okay. So, we'll wait for some time. Thank you guys for joining. How's your weekend going? Having fun? Okay. Hi, Krishnaveni. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Tara. Thanks a lot. Hi, Krishnaveni. Lovely workout inspirations from you, Krishnaveni. Amazing. Okay, so maybe in 2 more minutes and we'll get started. Uh, so, today I have just put it in the screen. What is that we are going to discuss today? If you, I mean, most of you who have joined already know me, but still I'm going to tell a little bit about myself. Hi, I am Manisha. I am an engagement manager, a trained image consultant, a soft skill trainer, and an aspiring life coach. If you have not attended my previous live session, wherein I had shared the different aspects of my life and what had actually inspired me to start this series of why I failed and what I learned. So this is the first session of the series, why I failed, and what I learned. So this today's session is all about mentoring. Is mentoring? Hi, Sharat. Hi, thanks for joining. So today's session, like I was mentioning, is about mentoring. And welcome to my session. And some of the before I start the session, I want to ask you a question. You can use the comment over here, the comment section, to give me the answer. So, do you guys think that mentor, do you at your current state, at your present life condition, do you think you need a mentor in your life? Yeah, just type yes and no in the comment over here. Just type yes and no. Yeah, waiting, guys. Do you think you need a mentor now? Just type yes. Yeah, a yes or a no. That should be fine. No? Okay, so I take it as like a no as an answer, that you guys don't need a mentor. But I was also here in this similar situation some time back. But like I would then share with you what eventually changed my thought process, and why I looked for a mentor, and in what way and what form I got the mentor. So probably you will also get some insights over if you're staying till the end of the session. I would give you some insights as to how you can look for a mentor, where you can look for a mentor. So to begin with, I want to tell about who is a mentor. Yeah, so what do you think is a mentor? A mentor is basically a subject matter expert. So a person who is an expertise in a particular topic, that person can be a mentor for a mentee who is having a less experience in that topic. Okay, so that person is a mentor. So a mentor helps you to identify the unknown facts which you are not aware. So typically what we do when we go to Google, we type those words only which we are aware of. Yeah, if you would have asked me, if you would have asked me, asked us if the word lockdown, or for that matter, social distancing. We did not know what exactly these words were. So we wouldn't have typed it, but now that has become the new normal. So a mentor helps us understand the unknown factors about us. So that is who a mentor is. So like Oprah says, a mentor is someone who allows you to see hope within yourself. So that is basically a mentor is. So the mentor mentee relationship is completely based on mutual trust. The mentor has to trust the mentee, and the mentee has to trust the mentor. This is a very, very important factor while having a mentoring relationship between two persons. And it is an informal relationship, or it is an informal process or structure. I would give you some examples of mentors. Hi Madhvi, thanks for joining. Some examples of mentor-mentee relationship probably you will be able to better understand. From Hindu mythology, from Mahabharata, Krishna and Arjuna, where Krishna gave direction to Arjuna about the karma, the importance of karma in everybody's life. A more recent or a more other examples which I would like to share with you is Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. So Nelson Mandela followed the path shown, or the path which is directed by Mahatma Gandhi, and that is how he started the whole movement. The next example is Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg. So Steve Jobs was the mentor for Mark Zuckerberg. A very our own from Indian cricket world, Sachin Tendulkar and Virendra Sehwag. So Sachin was a mentor for Virendra Sehwag. So these are the few examples of a mentor-mentee pair or a team, a successful mentor-mentee pair or a team which enables each other. A mentor is basically a person who is expert in that particular field. The relationship is a long-term relationship. It is not very, it is not very formal relationship. So now I would like to re-ask the question: do you think at this point in time you need a mentor? So just type yes or no in the comment section. Hi Raj. Just type yes or no in the comment section. Do you think at this point in time you are looking for a mentor? So we'll wait for a minute for you guys to or a couple of seconds for you guys to just write yes or no in the comment section. Okay, so okay, so you can just write yes or no. Okay, so I would repeat, my question is, do you think that at this point in time, after hearing the definition of a mentor, you need a mentor in your life? Just type yes or no. Sorry for the typo, that came out as a right. Okay, any yeses, any nos? Hi Madhushri. Okay, so I take that as a no. Probably as and when we get into the details of the mentor-mentee relationship and the mentor-mentee, and share my my journey of in this particular topic, probably you will get more insight on that. Okay, now there are this few terms, mentor, coach, teacher. Hi Madhushri. Mentor, coach, teacher, then this counselor. So basically all these terms are used in interchangeably, which is which is okay in a common business scenario, but they are very different. So now you would like to ask, what is the difference between a mentor and a coach? A mentor is a person who is a subject matter expert of that particular topic. Mentor and a mentee relationship, the relationship which is shared between a mentor and a mentee, here the mentee is having lesser experience of that topic and the mentor is having a higher experience of that particular topic. This is a long term commitment. So when you think about Krishna and Arjuna, it was not a month relationship or a month engagement. It was quite some time. So a mentor-mentee relationship is a long-term relationship which is completely based on trust. It's kind of an informal relationship. Now coming to a coach. So who do you think is a coach? A coach is a person who is not necessarily the subject matter expert of that particular topic he or she giving coaching to, but he or she as a coach brings out the thought processes in a way that the person he or she coaching is able to find out a solution all by himself or herself. So that is the main difference between a coach and a mentor. Plus, coaching is a very short term and it's a very formal and structured process. It's not a very long term process. So typically when you hire a coach, for example, if your organization hired an agile coach for that matter, it will not be for a longer time. At the max it will be for a 6 months to a year's time. Yeah, so coaching is a very short term and it is a formal and a structured process. Now coming to teacher. Teacher is also somebody who is having a subject matter expertise in that particular topic. It depends upon the duration. For example, that when we were there in school, we used to have teacher. So it is more from a academic point of view, teacher. Now, who is a counselor? Counselor is mostly from a therapeutic perspective, not from a support perspective. When you talk about a coach, when you talk about a mentor, they are more from a support perspective. But when you talk about a counselor, he or she comes in more with a therapeutic perspective. So this is the basic difference between a coach, a mentor, a teacher, and a counselor. So hopefully now when you use these words, probably you will be using it at a correct scenarios if you are not already aware of it. Okay, so now moving on to the next question. The next question is, do you think a woman needs mentor more than a man? So is my question clear? Please type yes or no. If you agree with it, please type yes, that a woman needs a mentor more than men. Or if you don't agree with it, please type no. So guys, please put in your answer in the comment section. So women, okay, Raj says yes, women need more mentoring than men. So other women also agree to this, the other women who have joined in this particular live. Yes, okay, Madhushree also says yes. Others? Okay, so fine. So I'm getting like majority of the people said that women need more mentoring than men. I would not say it is true or false, because it again depends a lot on the characteristics of that particular person. Yeah, it depends upon okay, so Honey says no, women does not need more counseling or more mentoring than a men. Okay, so different perspective coming out. Very good. Thank you so much for your comments, guys. So now next, moving on to the next topic, why do you need a mentor? Okay, so basically you need a mentor to build confidence in you. Okay, to motivate you to achieve the goals in your life. A mentor also provides us the guidance and the emotional support. Having said that, a mentor as a person will not create clones. Exactly, depends upon situation and mentality. Very true, Raj. So a mentor will not create a clone of him in the form of a mentee. So the mentor will only enhance the inner capabilities, the strengths of the mentee. So this is the reason why specifically you need a mentor in your life at different juncture to achieve your goals in your life. Yeah, otherwise we try to do so many things and we get lost in finding the direction in where we want to go. Now let me with all these gyans apart, let me tell you the story of my life. Typically when everything goes fine, when things are going great, when everything is goody goody, you don't feel the need of having somebody to guide you, or having somebody to kind of tell you what to do, or encourage you or motivate you. You are self motivated, you are self encouraged when things goes right in your life. But it's only when you are pushed into a well is when you start flapping your arms and legs, and that is when you look for help. You look for help in any small bit. So my story also went something like that. Basically, I from the beginning always had a good career, or starting from my school. I was a good student, rank holder, went out, had a good career. Only after a certain situations in life, when I thought of doing a lot more introspection, and that is when I found that this concept of knowing it all is very dangerous. You should never have this thought of I know it all kind of a scenario. Yeah. So I have heard this many times. I have also said it many times, but probably the application of it has come off late, that you should always be like a sponge. What does a sponge do? It soaks up as much as possible. It soaks up water, liquid as much as possible. So you should be like a sponge and soak up as much information and as much guidance you get from various different sources. If you remember the dialogue from Three Idiots, that Amir Khan says that knowledge is getting distributed everywhere. It is just a matter of how we open our eyes, ears, and then gain that particular knowledge. So that is very strong and very important point. So there was one more challenge for me to find a mentor. That is that I do not trust people very easily. So I used to hesitate to trust people. And if to have a strong mentor mentee relationships, trust, like I mentioned earlier, is a very very important factor. Then after I was hit with the situation, after I was hit with a sudden situation wherein I thought that I was failing, I need to I need to get a grip of the situation. I started looking for help in various forms. I looked for helps in books, I looked for helps in articles, I looked for help in people. First people, I would say the family around me, the first point of contact. And then I started looking for help in spiritual gurus and spiritual teachers. That is where I found a lot of things which I would like to share with you now. So first I would like to start what I learned from my family, and then I would move on to what I learned from different other areas, like the spiritual gurus, and what had helped me in getting mentored. So starting with my husband, I learned a lot of things from him, mainly being persistent in whatever you do. I always had this concept of not completing things. I started many things, but somehow I didn't complete it. So the art of persistently doing, or doing particular thing till we achieve, till we reach the end. This I learned a lot from my husband. His determination, his dedication is what I also appreciate, and I've learned a lot of that aspect. Then going to my dad, from my dad I learned that don't think what others are telling you, in terms of don't expect too much from others. You do your karma right. Your karma will speak for you in future. So this is something which I have learned from him, and I am trying to practice it on a very very daily basis, and it is helping. That I will talk in a little later point in time. My dad's fighting spirit, like I mentioned in my earlier, like I mentioned in my earlier session, he was a sports person. So the fighting spirit, he had failed in his life. In, I would not say failed, he had had a lot of challenges in terms of financial, personal, in his life, throughout his life. But his fighting spirit is like tremendous. So I have learned a lot in terms of how to stand and overcome a situation. So probably I was able to come out of the situation after the 3 years of I would not say struggle. After 3 years of my challenge is mainly is inspired from my dad. Then from my mother, I learned about believing in the supreme power. So that is something which has given me a lot of hope and help. Different religious books, all these things, probably the law of attraction or the power of positivity. So this is one thing which I was exposed to somewhere in way back in 2009. So I would have a separate session on this one, as power of positivity and law of attraction. If you guys know the book about The Secret, from Rhonda Byrne, that book is a very good book. If you can look for it, please go ahead and read it. There's also movies available in all the languages, English, Hindi, so you can go ahead and look for the movie. That is a very powerful concept, that your thoughts become things. Whatever you think, you should very carefully think of any particular subject, any particular topic, about yourself, about what you are saying. So over a period of time, if I keep telling that I am feeling tired, I am feeling tired, I am feeling tired, eventually I will start to feel tired. But even if you're feeling tired, and if you keep telling yourself, I am feeling fine, I am feeling fine, and if you are visualizing that, that's a very, very powerful tool. I'll have a separate session on this topic altogether, because this is a very, very powerful tool to achieve what you want in your life. So that is one thing. Then I also follow, if you know, Brahma Kumaris. So I follow them. They are my dose of my morning mentor. They are my spiritual doses which I get it from the morning. So the basic concept is that don't expect anything from others. Yeah, every person is a different soul in a human body. So every soul is having different sanskar. So they would not do things what you want them to do. Yeah. So that is a very beautiful and amazing concept. If you guys come across, and if you can type Brahma Kumaris in YouTube, you would get beautiful lectures and beautiful motivational talkings. So that just look for it, and then if you feel like listening, listen to it. The concept is very pure. It is irrespective of any religion, if irrespective of any caste, creed. It's universal concept, and I'm sure it will help you in something or the other aspects of your life. Now next, coming to um, books, mythological books, which has helped me, is definitely Upanishad. So it is a very, very tough book. I am trying to read it. Then Ramayan. The whole concept of agile, now we talk about agile. I'm a certified also Scrum Master. So the whole concept of agile, that if you read Ramayan, you would understand that it was existing from a very, very long time. So there's a saying that sashan nahi yahan anusashan. So it is like there is no command and control that is preached in Ramayan. It is just that you, as a person, you are self motivated, you are self empowered to deliver. So these concepts, now we are learning, we are doing this certification. But if you read this mythological book from any given religion, I'm sure there's a lot of um, uh, teachings and guide that you will go through it. For example, if you just take Mahabharata, it is full of mentoring, different people mentoring different different mentors mentoring different mentees on different topics throughout the longest epic. So this is something. Hi Raghu. So that is one book I would recommend if you guys can read Ramayana, and if you are a follower of Agile, you would really appreciate the way Rama drives the whole community when he is asking for. Of late they had shown this in this Doordarshan, so I was observing it very carefully, that whenever there was a situation, he was always asking asking the team for suggestion, and then they are collectively making decision. There was no command and control kind of a situation. That was really amazing for me to discover and connect the dots. And then last but not the least, what had helped me a lot, just try it for, say for example, just try it for, I would not say a couple of days, just 2 days. If you try it, listen to your concept, inner self, your consciousness. It always gives you the right judgment. Okay, so there's always two things which keeps happening in our mind. Yeah, when you try to do something, when you get up in the morning, say for example in the night you have thought that first thing in the morning I will not switch on my mobile, I will do my meditation, I will do my yoga or exercise, and then after I finish my morning chores, and after I give time to myself to recharge my batteries, that is when I will look into the mobile. So now when you get up next day morning, you will have two things going in your mind. Should I touch? Shouldn't I touch? So hi Shishomaya. Should I touch? Shouldn't I open the mobile? So now if you listen to your conscience, next time you will hear the words, or you will hear the voice more clearly. The more you listen to your inner self, the more directions towards right is what you will get. You will get more clear direction towards what is right. So that is one thing which has helped me a lot. I always try and also tell my son to do that. So maybe you just try it for 2 days. Listen to your inner self and try and take the first suggestion. The first suggestions always is the correct one. So typically we tend to take things which we like to hear. So that is one thing. Hi Rashmi, thanks for joining. So that is one thing which I wanted to share about listening to your inner self. I told you about all these things is basically shared my journey, as well as also told you in different areas and different ways in how you can look for a mentor. Apart from that, there are different websites where there are formal mentor-mentee programs which is available. I will be sharing that as a form of a blog. So I will, whatever I have spoken, I will just pen down my thoughts in a blog in my website www.manishabhattacharya.com. I will put all the resources over there. From the previous session also I have put down all the resources, the books I followed with the Amazon link. You guys can go and check out the SWOT analysis. Hi, thanks for joining. Link, the multiple intelligence link, how you can do. There are some around 86 questions. If you just spend some time, the quarantine has, or the lockdown has given us ample amount of time, so just spend some time for self development. Go to my website manishabhattacharya.com, look for the blog A Girl from Another World, and then you can get all the resources over there. For this particular section also, I will pen down and I'll put all the resources of the websites wherein you can get this free mentor-mentee relationships, or the coaching or the engagements. Plus I will also tell you the different books and other places wherein you can get more informations and more guidance, basically to achieve your goal, to lead a happy life, to lead a successful life. And thank you all for joining. With this, I come to the end of this particular live session. Stay tuned for my next session. I would be announcing it very soon, which is the second part of the series, Why I Failed and What I Learned. Thank you all. Have a blessed weekend and stay safe and take care of yourself. Bye. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Bye. Thanks.